Welcome back to It's All Bad. I'm here with my man,
Russian Danny. What up?
Charlie.
Keith.
And who are you?
I'm Mike. I'm still me.
Still Mike.
Be like Mike.
Don't be like Mike.
Magic Mike.
Yeah, don't be like Mike unless you just want to fucking unravel. We have tonight two people who had very different trajectories.
Oh yeah.
But have both wound up in a much better place. That sounds terrible. They're still with us. They both wound up in happy places. Oh God, I don't know how to do this. No, the point being is, it was striking to hear two, very, very different stories. But then again, you find these commonalities, and I try to weave some fucking sense into it at some point, and I sound like an idiot, and Keith calls me on it. I don't know if that's going to make it into the cut tonight, but it's something to look out for. What are you guys? Anything?
We'll take a trip from the heights of Boulder, Colorado,
Yep,
to the depths of San Fernando Valley, the barrios in San Fernando. Yeah.
Oh man, that's right.
So they have a commonality in drug and alcohol abuse, but they're from completely different worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's some great
Contrast.
Yeah, contrast. You got to look for the similarities and not the differences.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a story about a motherfucker getting shot inside of a hospital. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's healthcare for all.
Yeah,
no,
that is healthcare.
No, cut that, please. I'm sorry. No, don't. God forbid. No, but yeah, no, that blew my mind. Hearing that story is incredible.
Olivia, we're Abbott Kinney. Abbott Kinney's finest.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
I started getting just a tiny. I was like, if I was a pretty girl, I would have done so much more damage. Like seriously,
Yeah.
if I had all that go, I would have been a drug Superman. But anyway, lovely people too, very cool, and like doing cool shit. And I think we got another tonight. There's another colostomy bag in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Remember, we gotta just just slip inside that colostomy.
Who came into this
satchel.
room with a sidecar?
Oh God.
Where'd you work before your response got shut down?
I was a bouncer.
Oh, word.
I was a bouncer at Jake's Billards in Old Town, Pasadena.
Oh, wow.
He's come a long way. You don't know.
Did various things.
Wait, Jake's in Old Town?
Yeah.
Oh, I know that place. The
Billiards?
Yeah, the billiards place. Yeah.
He's all happy and shit because he's like a good program.
Yeah.
When he came in, he was fucking
That was a sober car out there.
Yeah.
That was a sober
Well,
car.
Yeah.
My G-Ride parked at home.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of It's All Bad. I'm Russian Danny. I'm here with
Mike.
I'm Keith.
and we got some guests for you. We got
Olivia.
And Peter.
yeah. What's up, guys?
Welcome.
Thank you.
So
How was everybody's week?
It was
Good.
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 We didn't get coronavirus.
We're all
Yeah.
here, right? I know. Now that the fucking world's
we
ending,
ain't
how's it all
traveling. We
going?
ain't traveling anywhere anytime soon, or at least not coming back. But hey,
I was a preschool teacher for years. I'm immune.
You were a preschool?
I was
when
in
you were
pres-
getting loaded,
at nighttime.
it
It was like 5 p.m. They come and pick up their kids, and I was like, "Fuck you guys! Like, I'm gonna go drink and smoke until I have to be back
you
at work."
serious?
Yeah, it was great. It's the happiest I've ever
Keith is
been.
reconsidering preschool.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck.
I was a
Oh,
drunk
do we
nanny.
get it?
I found it. Applying an essential oil to anus cures coronavirus. Iranian cleric.
What essential oil?
I'm trying to find it, what it is, but
I'll do it.
I'm down to do it. Use our own cookies. Yeah, you do.
I tried to apocalypse shop, and all I bought was oregano oil. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I got it. I
And
got oil.
cat
right
litter.
now.
Violet
That's all I
leaf.
got. I couldn't think of
Violet
anything
leaf
else
oil.
I needed.
Wait,
Hey,
why
listen-
oregano oil?
Maybe it's an astringent.
It's like a
I don't know.
miracle.
It's a cure-all. My mom
Yeah.
swears by that shit. Yeah.
What's that?
When you get like a face melter at Nature Well, they put that shit in there, you know? It's like
Okay.
lemon juice, ginger, cayenne pepper, and oil of oregano. It's great for
I
you.
drink vinegar at night, so.
Oh, yeah.
You do the apple
That's
cider?
really-
You do the
Yeah,
apple cider?
apple
vinegar?
cider's good.
That's what wasn't Lepke saying that?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
drinks that shit. You drink it every
I
night?
drink it.
Every night.
How much?
Like two tablespoons
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
In water, right?
in water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix
In a
it
shot glass. Yeah, light it on
The
fire.
best way to do it.
Hey, Peter, what was the? Let's start by this. What was your drug of choice? Would you say?
There's a meth.
And what about you, Olivia?
Ooh, I'm from Boulder. Weed, wine. Those were the drugs of choice. Not always the choices I had, but
What's the worst? What drug did you have the worst experience on? Would you say?
Meth.
Can you tell us about it?
Which one?
Anything come to mind? Any stories popping in your head?
I got a lot of them.
Maybe start with the first.
I mean, my first experience with meth was I forgot how old I was. I started hearing voices, started seeing shadows, and I was trying to tell my homie I was kicking with at that time, and he thought it was funny to mess with me. You know, he pulled out, he went like he acted like he had a strap, so he went like this. So I panicked and I started running. So he's chasing me down the street, right? I'm running down the street. He's actually chasing me to stop me, but I think he's after me, so I'm running. I'm running. I ran all the way down. It was where I live is called Workman Street. It turned into Rinaldi, and across the street's a hospital called Holy Cross,
Yeah.
right? So I was in Mission Hills, and I decided to go on the roof because I'm safe on the roof. I don't know why. I got in the roof. And I see him driving around back and forth in his truck, and I was like, "Oh, they're after me!" So I started jumping from roof to roof to roof, and then there was a roof that was too far, but there was a pool.
oh, God.
So I jumped into the pool. I can't swim, so I'm like, drowning. I get up, and there's some dry clothes on the line. That's like movie shit, and I run and grab the clothes. I was gonna change it to him. Then I got back on the roof. Then finally someone called the cops. The cops come and then they corner me in the roof and they said, "You need to calm down." I said, "You guys ain't really cops, right?" I want to see badges. Well, here you go. And then this lady cop that was there, she actually gave me an idea. She goes, "You better watch out because he might run out to the side." And I looked to the side. I goes, "You're right." And I jumped and I ran, right? She got me.
Damn.
She got me and then she...
Yeah, it was a setup. She's like, yeah, he might run out to the side. You're like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm going to hit the side.
They handcuffed me and they took me to my first time in the psych ward. All of you.
That was the first time you ever did it?
First
You
time.
went to the
That's what I was
psych
gonna
No, I did it before, but that was the first worst experience.
Oh, I hear you.
You know?
Yeah.
And it was funny because this funny gets even funnier. The story gets funnier. So they hog-tied me. They put me in the four-corner restraint, right? It was like this nurse comes down and there's a white guy with tattoos.
Yeah.
And she's like telling him, he's walking around freely. He goes, "You need to take this medication because I don't want you to hurt somebody."
Yeah.
So my head is like, "Oh, he's going to hurt me, right?
Yeah.
I need to get out of this."
Yeah.
So it happens that because of the jumping, my leg was twitching like this.
Yeah.
So I talked the nurse into letting untie my legs.
Uh-huh.
So she untied my legs and I wiggle all the way around off it, got up and reached for a pencil.
Wait, you wiggled out of the fucking restraint?
Yeah. I reached for a pencil and this white guy runs and this nurse runs and then I'm like, ain't no one gonna hurt me, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden there was a tap on my shoulder and there was a big old security guards. He goes, "Put that pencil down, man." And they gave me a shot and I passed out.
Oh, fuck.
Passed out. Yeah.
How long were you there? 72 hours?
Yeah. Which is funny because I finally woke up out of my daze and I saw this doctor. She said, "You're free to go." I said, "All right, good. I'm out of here," right? And I come out, it was like a different area. I like, where am I? Right? "Oh, we forgot to tell you, we brought you down to East LA. I go, "How'd I get here?"
Yeah.
Because I have Kaiser insurance.
Yeah.
So from all of you, they transferred me to Kaiser, and now I'm scared because I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah.
And then I called some girl and she picked me up and I went and got high after that.
Of course.
Yeah.
And why'd they let you go? Like, did no one press charges? Not. It was just
No.
It
They
was
just
just
bro-
for being a loony bird.
they were
You
just
know?
like, hey, get you to
Yeah.
a safety and then
Yeah,
release
because
you.
he's just really under the influence. You know
Right,
what I mean?
got it.
When they and it's
He's like, "Why did they let you go? They should have kept your ass."
It didn't work out. Okay, and in fact, a little emboldened. We'll see what happens tonight. No, but no, that's amazing. Okay, so that's what. So they bring in and they say, hey, they observe you, make sure you're cool, and then
But
release.
they're literally like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. He's
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Got it. Got it.
Because he's seeing shit and all that typical shit.
Right.
Yeah, now I'm starting to think, why did they let me go?
I mean, it just makes you pause. Like, I guess they probably do an evaluation, right?
Yeah.
And then.
But at that time, it was speed, not crystal meth. It was speed.
Yeah.
Remember speed?
Oh,
It had
old
pink
school
champagne,
speed.
Yeah.
Yep.
lemon drop, it
Yeah.
had colors.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
That peanut butter's
Yeah.
fucking gnarly, man.
So I didn't get introduced to meth to like after I came out of prison, and it was like glass.
Yeah.
My phone was like, "Here, try this," and that looks dangerous, man. You know?
Were you a smoker? Did you always smoke it?
No,
or-
I sniffed it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
he's like me.
that rush. the
Yeah,
burn.
that's how. When I first did it, that's how I did it. When I was when I was 15 in like the late or whatever, in like the late 90s, I guess that was when I was like, it was all. I don't remember anybody smoking it then. That's the thing. Motherfuckers weren't smoking it, huh?
they weren't.
Everyone was snorting. I mean,
You couldn't.
I wasn't kidding.
Because the powder was too watery too.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the shit he's talking about.
Yeah.
You could smoke the glass. You couldn't
No, the
smoke
glass.
that
No,
other
that's
shit.
why it's called glass. It's-
Yeah.
The other shit, you're right. You couldn't. I remember seeing somebody try to smoke biker crank, and it turned black in the pipe.
Yeah.
And I don't like, you know what I mean? It wasn't even like, it's not like it turned black and worked. It was just fucked.
Yeah, even that, like, just that powdery yellow,
Yeah.
that cat piss stuff or whatever, basically, that just
cat
powdery yellow,
Yeah.
that didn't really go too
You
hot
gotta
in a
clean,
pipe
you gotta
either.
get it to that
You
glass
need that
thing in
glass
order to
stage.
smoke it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Pete, I didn't smoke it because I thought I was a step ahead of everyone if I didn't smoke it. Like,
I thought that was too disgusting.
yeah.
Oh, you smoke it? I was bougie with it, you know what I mean? Because I did start it with Coke, because Coke was my.
Yeah.
I started with Coke. 'cause
Yeah.
it's a rich man's high,
Yeah.
right? And then someone introduced me to speed, and I was like, "Oh, this
Was it another essay? One of your own boys? or-
the Coke?
The speed.
The speed actually was a girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was tweaking. She
Yeah.
goes, "You need to try this." They talked me into it. At first, they told me because they did it in front of me, and then they cried. Right? I said,
Yeah.
So they go, "No, you swallow it." So they put it in
In a paper.
paper,
You
and
did
I swallowed
parachute,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used to do that all the time.
And my head was like, "Oh fuck it, just give me it." You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was it.
Instantly hooked.
I had I had a similar thing. Well, the first few times I did it was like, I was like 14. It was like that shitty biker stuff. And like, this is like 84. I did it and then didn't do it, for a while. I did it again. And then when it was glass, everybody was smoking it. And I was doing Coke. I was trying, this is probably like 90, 91. I would just do Coke. I literally thought I was better. I'm like, you guys are fucking nasty fucking with that crank shit. You know what I mean? Like white trash shit. And then it was literally like on a dime. I was out of Coke. And I was like, all right. And that was it. But you're always chasing the way it feels the first time, and you never get back there.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh,
You
yeah.
never fucking get back there.
Yeah,
But I think it's like that with any with pretty much any substance. Like whatever the fuck the thing is, you can call it, fuck. It's like that first one is always like the one, except for fucking salvia. Fuck that shit,
that shit looks scary, man.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's like that spice.
Have you had guys come in?
I seen people on spice. It's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you?
Oh, I smoke spice.
Oh, tell
You
us
did?
about it.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, hilarious. I smoked spice. It was going around in Colorado, and we were camping in the middle of nowhere in Colorado, and we all smoked it, blacked out, and we were all in a tent. And I was just really paranoid because there's bears around there, and we all had like Dorito fingers, and we were just like smelling like snacks. And I was so paranoid. I was like, we have to put our trash in the tree. We have to put our trash in the tree. And we finally did. Everyone thought I was crazy. And then the tent started getting circled by a bear. And the only way it left was that we put the car alarm off. So we're just like high as fuck, and a bear is circling our tent.
No.
And that was the last time I smoked spice.
Yeah.
First and last.
I don't understand. I've never tried the spice.
Well, it's just like a
I
cheap.
think
It's just like
that
a
just
really
makes me
cheap
think of
movie.
Dune.
It's new generation.
Yeah, like last
Yeah.
8
It's
years.
for people who want to get away with testing.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can't smoke weed because I'll test for that. I can't smoke this, they'll test for that. So spice, you can't really test for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just like
I think they do now. I think because the place I work, our cups test for K2, and I think K2 is spice. Yeah, they test for everything. Like before, what was that other shit? The fucking
kratom.
Kratom, yeah. Now the motherfuckers test for kratom.
Dude.
We even have a fucking we even have a ketamine test where it's like a dipstick. You could test for anything now because those were all drugs that were like fools that were on fucking parole or probation and had to test. Or when you go to rehab, like you still want to get it. You know, like a lot of kids, you know, just want to get high.
I don't remember if you ever seen this, Petey, but when I got out of prison in 2007, you know, because you're always trying to figure out how to beat the test. The Baldwin Park parole office, this essay from Irwindale had hit me to the fact you could pay this dude, I think it was $80. Somebody knew the dude who was picking up the urine analysis, and for I think it was $80 or $100, it wasn't that bad, and he'd swap your test out. You know, I didn't do it, but other dudes were buying the Wizard. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Speaking of garlic, you know, for some strange reason, man, I thought if I drank enough garlic,
Yeah.
that I would be clean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Nope.
Didn't work?
No, it didn't work.
No.
I just smell like garlic. You know what I mean? Coming up through my pores.
Yeah.
Raw?
I ate it raw and I drank a whole gallon. So I was like garlic out. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
And I went to go pee for my probation officer. Yeah, it didn't work.
What's the longest period you stayed up, Pete?
I want to say 2 weeks.
Without any sleep at all?
Strong. Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to say 2 weeks. This is when I got shot. This is what led me to get shot.
Can you tell us about
Yeah,
that?
please elaborate.
Disclaimer, don't try this at home.
So there was a time when I was like tweaking hard. I was paranoid from everyone, even my family. So they thought it would be good for me to go in a secluded area, staying with my aunt because she had an apartment upstairs. I felt safe. You know what I mean?
You felt safe there?
So I was still getting high.
Why'd you like to be off the ground, Peter?
I don't know. That's
so
weird, right?
Yeah, it's great though.
I just thought about that.
Yeah.
Because you have to come up somehow, right? And I really got advantage of you. I'm like looking at like a hawk, right?
Yeah, that's true.
A defendable position.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So I started hearing voices, and I used to have this thing called what do you call it when you always think you're sick?
Oh,
Hypochondria.
Yeah.
I always thought I was having a stroke,
yeah.
Oh, shit.
so I called the ambulance.
Yeah.
You need to come get me, right?
Yeah.
What's wrong? I think I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah.
So they come and get me.
And they come quick when you tell them some shit like that. Yeah.
They come get me and they take me to Kaiser Hospital in Panorama City. So they reel me in. My mom's following right behind us. I get up from the stretcher. I walk around and they said, you need to wait here. And then when I got there, I said, I need to talk to my psychiatrist. Right? So about what? I said, I need to talk to him. You know, because prior to all this, he was talking to me about how I have ADHD.
Yeah.
And that's probably the reason why I did meth.
Yeah.
So he was like, he was somebody I trusted who was actually caring. He was looking out for me. So I wanted to talk to him to feel safe. So they said, you got to sit in the front row and wait till like 6 a.m. when he comes in. But there's people around me, right? So you know how people just glance at you.
Yeah.
But when you're high on meth, it's like,
Yeah.
it speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Why is this guy staring at me? Like, he's probably staring at the nurse behind me, right?
Yeah.
Why is this guy staring at me, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone has shades. I'm like, I know he's staring at me. Right?
Yeah.
So I went to the nurse. I said, you got to put me in the room by myself, please.
Yeah.
So we can't do that. I go, come on, man, you got to do this. I don't feel safe, right? I'm telling you the truth. You got to put me somewhere secluded. So no, we can't do that. So I got pissed off. My mom finally comes and goes, what's wrong with you, stupid idiot, dumbass? I go, let's get out of here. And as I was leaving, I heard voices saying, they're going to get you outside. They're going to get you outside. So I pulled the fire alarm down. Right? The whole place went locked down. Security guards come running. They're like, who pulled that? I go, I pulled that.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you need to come with us. So they led me to a room. Finally led me to a room. Right? I was like, you can stay here. I said, good. But you got to put restraints on. I said, oh no, I ain't putting restraints on. I had a bad experience with restraints. Right? I told you guys this earlier, right? I have a bad experience with restraints. He goes, no. Because leave me here by myself. I'll be safe with my mom. So it took them for 30 minutes. They're trying to talk me into why I need to be in restraints. Yeah. And they use poor choice of words when you're tweaking.
Yeah.
So he said to me, he goes, you know, you're jeopardizing your mom's health. But what he was trying to say is like, what you're doing now is affecting her, giving her stress, causing her anxiety, right? You might even get her sick.
Yeah.
But he said, he used that word, jeopardizing your mom's health. And I looked at him, are you threatening my mom? You know, I'm just saying, you know, and we just want to give you a shot and bam, you'll be in heaven.
Yeah.
You trying to kill me? This is what I'm hearing. He's telling me something, but I'm hearing that, right? And
well, be in heaven's a poor choice of fucking words to say in the hospital. No one there's trying to get to heaven. They're trying to get home.
And so
we'll give you a shot here at the hospital. You'll die.
I'm paranoid, right?
Yeah.
Those words are like, I got to get out of here. So as I was leaving, they tackled me, right? They were like 280 pounds. The other one's like 2-something. They tackled me down, and I'm like wiggling a while, and I reach into my pocket, and I put out a pocket knife. I use it for shipping and receiving. I was used to cut open boxes. So I pulled it out, and like, oh, he got a knife, and he ran away. There was like this doctor. He was trying to be like a hero. He was trying to grab it from me. I said, get away, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Some guy with his Porsche went outside like an idiot. I got it. Yeah. Hey, look out.
All of a sudden, the whole place is like, you see everyone disappear.
Yeah.
And then you see cops coming in. They call the cops because I pulled the fire alarm down.
Oh, right.
So the cops, they come in one by one. I was like two. I go, there's two. I can handle them. 3, 4, 5, 6. I go, hold on. What's going on? 7, 8. Next thing you know, I'm facing 40 cops in the emergency room. And they're like,
40?
40. They're like, put the knife down. I'm like, no. You know what I mean? I ain't putting this knife down. Because in my head, I felt safe that this is keeping them at bay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they put the knife down because they didn't come towards me. So I felt like I had power. I kept this little knife. It was like this small. I said, no, I ain't putting no knife down. So a cop comes like right in front of me. He shoots me, right? I thought it was a real gun.
Yeah.
So I fall down. I get back up and I reach under my shirt. That's a beanbag gun.
No way. Ooh. That's a fucking scar from a beanbag gun?
Holy shit.
How close were they?
Like far away. So I was bleeding. I looked up and I go, oh, they shot me with their real gun.
Yeah.
My head's spinning, right?
Yeah, right. Oh, man.
So I'm like, and then he goes, put the knife down. I go, I ain't putting no fucking knife down.
Yeah.
Then another cop comes running and he shoots me with the handgun.
Yeah.
And there's like wires, right? I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I pulled it off him.
Oh, the taser.
Yeah. I just pulled it off, and then that guy comes back again with the beanbag gun, and he shoots me. Bah! And I fall back down, right? I get back up.
Fucking Terminator.
And he shoots me once again. I fall back down. I get back up, right? Because now it's fight or flight.
Yeah.
Right? That's what my head's telling me. I got to fight for my life. So another cop comes back. It's reloaded, and he shoots me. And the wires got stuck on my chest. So I'm like trying to yank it, and then he presses that button. I'm like, right? I'm like this, right? Yeah. And then I finally pulled it off. Now I can't get rid of the knife because my hands froze up. My hands froze up. I'm fucked, right?
Oh.
And I put the knife down. I'm like, how? You know what I mean? I can't.
Yeah.
And they keep beanbagging me. They keep finding my head. I was like, I want to die, man. Fuck this. So I ran towards the cops, and they moved like the
sea party,
like the sea party, and I ran towards them, and I ran into this room, and I blocked the door, and there was people in there. I said, "You need to help me barricade this door." Get out! There's a guy with crutches. Get out of here! Get out of here! I said, "Come on, you gotta help me."
Yeah.
You know?
Did anyone help you?
No. So the cop busted in. Right, and now we're fighting, and this is some makeshift shit, man. I swear to God, this is some makeshift shit. No one believes me when I tell this story. So this cop's hitting with the baton, right? I have a dent right here. So he's hitting with the baton. Finally, the knife falls loose. The knife falls loose, right? It's like slow motion. It falls loose, And he's looking at it. I'm looking at it. It bounces on a chair and comes back to my hand.
No.
Like Game of Thrones.
He looking at me. I'm looking at him. He hits me again. Bah! It was like some Matrix shit, right? And I fall to the floor. And then I passed out. And I woke up in the hospital bed.
Fuck.
Were you restrained?
Yeah, I was handcuffed. I was handcuffed. And I woke up with a colostomy bag.
From the bullets, right?
I didn't know I got shot. I didn't know I got shot. I did
Oh,
not.
they so
They
how many
shot me.
times they shoot you?
5 times.
5 times with real bullets on top of
The
in
bean
that
bag.
occasion with the bean bag and everything else. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
We got to post the fucking article. It's so great. He puts it up on his birthday.
Yeah, and I brought that up because every time they kept shooting with the beanbag gun, I was like this. This I was doing karate kicks.
Yeah. You're all trying to...
I'm trying to block the shots. Like, oh, he's doing karate shit. Let's shoot him some more.
Oh, because you thought it was just beanbags the whole time, and it was
No,
bullets.
I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Yeah.
I thought it was a real gun.
Where was your mom this whole time?
Man.
She was like on the side.
Hiding. Yeah.
Oh man.
Poor lady.
Yeah,
She's stoked. She loves Peter now. It's funny.
she loves me now.
But you've never seen anybody fucking do a U-turn like this guy.
Really?
It's fucking mind-blowing.
And it was funny because as soon as I woke up, right, I heard
Yeah.
it, I overheard the detectives telling the other detectives we need to get the ballistics. And they were like, "Why?" Because we need to see who shot him. We know who shot him. Blah blah blah. And they're like, "No, I heard there was 3 other guns involved." Right. But to make a long story short, I subpoenaed for the videotape because I make sure there was cameras.
Yeah.
No cameras, no videotape.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So it's my word against 40 cops.
Yeah.
Right? And this was in 2001, so I was fighting life at this time. It was
Yeah.
3 strikes, and 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
So my lawyer, told me like, "Hey, we can't go against the cops right now because they're considered heroes."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, well, so what now? I'm gonna try to get you the best deal." You know what I mean? It's just fucked up. You know what I mean? You're pitching me this and that, and now you're telling me I got to take a deal
Yeah.
because I was trying to plead temporary insanity, which I
Yeah.
was insane.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What number?
It sounds like you lost the plot, my friend. That was you were in it.
So while I was
You were, as
handcuffed,
they say, on one.
when I was handcuffed, the security, I pretend I was asleep. And I seen the security guards come in, and they're like, "Just put the restraints right here, just in case." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're still
yeah.
fucking traumatized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But make long story short, I went to court. They testified. They're saying, "Well, I'm 280 pounds, and he threw me off like a rag doll, and he came towards the cop. Blah blah blah."
Yeah.
So I took a deal for 5 years.
Oh, that's not bad.
But they made me plead guilty
Did you have to do
to
80% of
assault.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I took it because it was either that or life.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know?
You're all, fuck.
And I was supposed to have that colostomy bag for 7 months, and I ended up having it for like 4 years.
Wow.
Oh wow! Whoa!
And the way, and this is funny because I got a bunch of them. I'm telling you. So they shot me to county jail. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know how to use this shit. What is this? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Oh, I know something's coming out
You
of
just
it.
woke up with
Yeah.
it, right?
And it goes, and the nurse goes, "Hold on," and she brought some other inmate. He had no legs. He was on a wheelchair. He's like, "This is what you do, and you take this off, you put this on, you take this off, you put this on." That's it. And he took off. I was like, "What does that mean?" That ain't helping me, right? And because can I be graphic?
Yeah.
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 Well, because I have a hole right here. I started to realize I can't eat spreads.
Oh,
The
shit.
chili,
Yeah.
anything spicy, I'm
Nothing.
burning. I'm burning right here, right?
Yeah.
So I fell into depression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In the county?
County jail, I found the depression, and I had to learn how to live with it.
Yeah.
And so when I went upstate, I made a lot of friends
Mhm.
because I knew where to stash my shit.
No
Oh
way.
my God.
No.
So I had shanks, I had drugs,
No way.
because there's a pouch, there's a colostomy bag, right?
Oh god!
There's a pouch behind it.
Yeah.
So if I clip it right, it'll stay together. And so the COs come like, "Hey, what do you got right there?" I go, "Look." And they go,
Yeah. They don't want nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with it because that's my new stash spot.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn.
Fuck. That's amazing. I had this biker from Covino. We knew Jinx. He had one, and you could release the gas out of it.
Yeah.
I think I've told this before, but we're at some bar. It was all crowded. And you're on speed. You don't want to be around. I don't want to be at a bar anyway when I'm on speed. But I'm with these dudes, and we wanted to get drinks. It's just fucking packed. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, this is a fucking bummer. Man, I'm getting out of here. And this Jinx is, I got it. And he walks over there, and we're sitting, me and the other two dudes. You know one of them actually, but he walks over there, and all of a sudden, within like 20 seconds, it parts like the Red Sea.
That's potential. It's poison, man. I had to change Sally's. They couldn't stand me because every time I cleaned up a whole building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's sometimes it leaks open, and everyone just blamed each other. And I'm just like, sneaking by, like, you know. Because when you're looking at me, I can't fart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's he released the gas and it'd make everybody fucking bail, and we were able to get drinks.
You don't ever want to smell that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, man.
How crazy is that?
That's
We
nuts.
I'll get Petey to send you the article. We can post it on the Instagram. The article's fucking heavy. It's better to hear it from him in person.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, people don't believe me, so I had to. I posted up this for me to be reminded.
Yeah.
Because I forget. I mean, life got so good for me that I forget how bad it was.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I got shot in the hospital, you know?
And then who took care of you? Like when
You're one of the only human beings on the planet.
that's incredible. By the way.
I mean, you
shot
managed
in the
shot
hospital.
in the fucking hospital. That's
And I always, when I pitch it, I always say, I don't recommend this. And I don't suggest this. But if you're going to get shot,
Yeah.
get shot in the hospital.
And was it a nightmare dealing with health, like having a healthcare thing like that? That is no fucking joke.
I
right?
got
It's not a
hernia from
small
it. But
thing.
see, the thing is,
in prison, like is there anybody who's checking in on you? Is there anyone who you can go see if you're sick?
they put me in the kitchen.
no way.
No way. Oh my God.
They put me in the
incredible.
kitchen.
And you're just like, chilly tonight. There it is. That one's for you, Warden.
Hey, this scary-yaki's extra scary tonight, motherfucker.
It's funny because as soon as I caught the chain, I went to Delano. As soon as I hit the yard, my next door to me was my homeboy. He was from my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, what's going on? What's going on, man? Check this out. Meet me on yard. So I'll go meet him in yard. He goes, hey, check this out, man. We're about to jump off. Go jump off. Go, hold on, man. I'm handicapped. That's okay. That's all right. I got your back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like, that was my first time experiencing such violence, man. You know what I mean?
At Delano?
At Delano, because it was 40 guys on one.
No way.
On one.
Wait, were you guys getting rid of one of your own?
Yes.
Oh.
And the way he did it was so fucking. It was. I liked it. You know what I mean? It was slick, man. Because everyone's playing basketball. You know what I mean? The guys walking around the track, and my homeboy was like, he showed me a chicken bone. He goes, I got this chicken bone. We're gonna get it. So all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he walks by and someone whistles. Everyone jumped on that guy. And it's sad because 40 guys can't touch one guy. You're probably hitting each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yard goes down. We all go down. And then he gets up and he just falls down. They push him off in the stretcher.
Did he make it or no? Who knows?
I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
But I seen all kinds of stuff, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. My stories are not going to compare.
Had he
That was
fucked
just a
up?
drunk
Like, had he
nanny.
legit fucked
No,
up?
that's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, so what happens is when you go to county jail, you got to remember everything follows you.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Right?
No, all the beefs follow.
all
you,
of it.
right? Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny now because now that I work in a treatment with ex-lifers and all parolees,
Yeah.
they're telling me how fucked up the system is. Because what happens now, they're putting all the PCs
Yeah.
together with the main line.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
I thought they had their own yards. now,
No,
special needs
there's
yards.
a lot of them
Yeah.
that they're like GP's minority. You know what I mean?
Way.
Can you translate?
General population.
General population is
Yeah.
basically everyone that's good. They can walk the main line. That they don't have to worry about being stuck or getting jumped. But the ones that are PCs, protected custody, like someone that dropped out or someone
Sex criminals drop out.
Yeah.
they messed up somewhere, so now they got to be protected.
Mhm.
So now they're pushing them into the main line.
Because of overcrowding?
Overcrowding.
Wow.
Overcrowding. And the system wants you to get along with them, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know if you saw that guy at Corcoran, that white boy. Like, you see that week before last?
Well, he killed the molesters.
Killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
He killed one and then was walking himself because the molester kept watching PBS Kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, this dude's doing this.
I mean, it's so crazy.
That's what Pete's talking about, though. Like, they do it, like the dude's watching PBS Kids to rub it in these dudes' faces.
Yeah.
So the one dude picked up a cane and beat that guy to death in front of the TV. Then he went to turn himself into the cops. And on his way, I read the article. It's pretty great. But he said on the way,
he hit another guy.
he saw another one. So he said, fuck it, and beat him to death, too. And he literally was like, listen, I got a life. He goes, I got a life sentence.
Yeah.
He goes, I know these people are every parent's worst nightmare. So he just did what, the greater good.
But you're saying now they're taking those dudes, those perverts and pedos and stuff, and putting them into general pop because there's not the ability to keep them.
Yeah, here's the funny thing, right? Because where I work at, there's no politics at all. When I mean politics, no one's like trying to stab or beat up anyone.
Right.
So eventually we get 1 or 2 guys that used to be on protected custody, right? Because they have gangs now, right? And their gangs are 2-5. The penal code for 2-5 is, PC. And you got the Playboy gangster. You got all this other stuff, right? So anyways, they too beat up the molesters and the rapists.
Okay.
No one likes them at all,
Yeah.
right? No one likes the child molesters and the rapists.
No one likes short eyes.
So that's probably the good thing about it, because they're feeling the blues no matter where they go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys see in the news today
What?
about Weinstein getting 23 years?
23 years.
What do you think
yeah.
that's gonna be like for him in
Protected
there?
custody.
Yeah.
I mean,
Damn.
honestly, I'm surprised. Yeah.
I just want to
I mean,
say
that guy should have sexual harassment racketeering style. Like, they should be able to just put him away. You know what I mean? Like, there are people who run crime organizations that never pulled a fucking trigger, that only touched money and moved money, but because they were running the thing, like, go away for life in prison. Like, that's, and how is a guy who not only was doing it up here at the top of a huge financial structure, right at the very top, and how many other people he made look the other way, jeopardize their fucking livelihoods, jeopardize their legal stat. Like, how many people did he pull into that shit and make complicit in it? They should have fucking got him for life. I mean, I would think, but whatever. It's he's gonna cool it there. I mean, or it's not gonna be pretty. He just got.
He's gonna die. Yeah, he's gonna
I'm
die.
wondering what's it gonna be like for him.
Well, I wanted to say
it's
up
gonna
front
be
that he
ugly.
did not kill himself.
That's
Epstein,
Epstein.
Yeah, what I'm saying right now, you know.
Yeah, he's gonna say before.
Epstein.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, why,
he
yeah.
did not kill
Yeah.
himself.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
The curse
It's
of the
gonna happen.
Steen.
Yeah, no, it's gonna happen.
I'm surprised that with the high rollers that this dude wasn't just hitting on nobodies either. He was hitting on, and I mean hitting on. I just use that. I don't. It's not even hits. It's just, he was raping and assaulting people who were like known quantities, celebrities, and like rich people from very wealthy families. Like, I'm shocked that no one put a bullet in this guy's head. I am
He had
shocked.
power though, right? He
Right?
had some kind of power.
He had power, but I mean, I'm sure a guy like that does the wrong thing by rich guys' daughters, like probably on the regular, right? Like, you would think someone like some guy who like is a lot richer than him or more powerful. I don't know. It's just amazing no one's ever done anything to the guy. Just considering how much he liked to go after like 20-something-year-old girls, you'd think that like if someone like that came after my daughter told me that, like, you would think,
Yeah.
powerful or not, you'd go after him. But it's so strange. But I mean, obviously, he's a fucking demon.
Who's that?
Harvey. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
How long do you think before he fucking?
Cools it.
I think he'll be fine, don't you, Pete?
No, he was the one that said. He said. He's like,
He
I'm
did
gonna
not kill
say-
himself.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. But I don't know if they have the same rules on the East Coast as we do.
Yeah, they do.
You think?
But it's different now.
He's going to Rikers, right?
Yeah. Or he was in Rikers. I don't know.
No, he'll go back because he was out because of his heart surgery or
Oh,
whatever,
right.
and then they're going to send him back. It was great. Seth Meyers said they were like, Harvey Weinstein's recovering, from his heart surgery, and when he gets out, they'll be sending him back to Rikers. So in that case, get well, Harvey. So harsh. I mean, not harsh.
What do you think though, Pete?
But
Because I could be wrong. I feel like it's not the same as when you and I were going to prison.
oh, the system changed, man.
A lot of them dudes
It's
make it
different,
out.
dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, that they're changing the system is trying to change the rules where we could live in harmony.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, like how? Yeah,
It's not gonna happen because we're all brought up a certain way, and now you're telling us to change the way we're living and thinking.
Yeah.
Right? The system's telling us how to change. We don't listen to them. We listen to the ones who
Yeah.
that we follow orders from.
Right.
So whatever they say goes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. It's gonna be. It might be pretty bloody out there, man.
Yeah.
The system, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what happens now is like I guess they have made a contract with out of state where they send you out of state now.
I've heard that.
You know what I mean? They'll send you like to Oklahoma,
Kentucky,
whatever.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So you see homies in Oklahoma, like, where the fuck are we?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why did they do that?
I think they're trying to break it up. You know, like, because they send Peter to like, the certain prison. Like a lot of prisons are top heavy
Yeah.
in like, you know what I mean? Like certain barrios, right?
Yeah, because if you hear Pelican Bay, when you hear Pelican Bay, like, oh man, that's hardcore.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But because of the hunger strike, they kicked everyone out. So everyone's living in harmony. But when you throw in the protected custody, he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
They're trying to force them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That isn't gonna work.
No,
It's not gonna work, man.
Do you think they're trying to be like Darwinian and
No, they know what they're doing.
Depopulation.
They like in the California system, which I think it kind of dictates the rules of other, federal prisons and whatever. But the way that things are run, the cops like it that there's racial divides. You know what I mean? North versus South. They love that shit.
Oh no,
Well,
unity would be the most dangerous
They
thing
would
for a
never
prison.
survive.
Well, here's the thing
Like,
too.
of course not. And then you'd have you'd have a lot of people who all had very special skills who would
Yeah.
all be like, hey, you know what? Let's turn this around.
Yeah.
There's only 50 of them or 100
Yeah.
of them or 150 and there's thousands of us. Doesn't work like that. That's, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. South is a peace treaty between South and North now.
No way.
Yeah.
There is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. They were
Yeah.
telling me. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Because I always was taught that we go against them. But
Yeah.
now it's like, there's a peace treaty.
Yeah. That's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's changing. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not trying to go back.
Right.
If I go back, they're going to stab me because I forgot how to survive, right? I'll be talking to everybody, you know what I mean? What are you doing playing cards with that guy? I don't know.
Oh, I'd be dead in 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
You know?
I don't know.
to 4 days.
I might do okay.
The girls' prison's a whole different thing.
Yeah, the girls,
I would do okay in girls' prison, maybe. Not really. Maybe a week.
You know who?
Maybe a week.
You know who did she put in mainline? Those fucking parents. That killed Gabriel. You know what I mean?
In the what?
That killed
Oh,
Gabriel.
I can't watch that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you watch that show?
I watched it, man.
I
What,
couldn't
the Gabriel
watch it.
Hernandez?
My son
Is
was
that
named
what?
after him.
I can't.
Are you
It's
serious?
Gabriel. My wife followed it. My wife was affected by that. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, shit.
so.
No, that I saw it, but I can't
I
watch the
couldn't do
show.
it.
Can't watch it.
It's so upsetting to me.
I stop with the true. I've done my best to stop with true crime entertainment. There were years
Yeah.
when I would come home and like literally just get home from work, and the first thing I would put on would be like those channels, those things right
First
before
48, yeah.
First 48. There's the
Forensic Files.
Forensic Files, just na-na-na-na-na-na. Marie Samanak didn't know when she left the local library that Mark Whitson was in the bushes.
Yeah.
Like that shit. I was addicted to that shit
That-
for years. And I stopped. I was like, and honestly, Josh fucking gave me, he's like, because he kind of was deep in it too. And he was like, I feel like it's just victim porn. Like you're just, all you're doing is getting your entertainment out of someone else's misfortune. He's like, that seems dark too much for me. And I was like, fuck, you ruined that. You just took
I
a
watch
small
it.
joy from me.
I love
I
it.
watch the shit. I love it, but I can't.
I'll watch
I can't do the
Dateline.
kid thing.
I'll watch
I
that
do the kid
Dateline.
murder.
I watch Dateline.
I
Dateline's my
can't.
shit.
But that's like the highest, right?
It's my
It's
shit.
the highest production value version of that shit. Like it's what's his face, you know? It's like real
I love that
news
shit.
people.
My wife gets mad when I watch it. She's like,
Dateline.
You're planning to kill me, aren't you?
No, because it's always something like that. Like he lined her corduroys with a special ointment.
What when he started to use antifreeze?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Kill people with antifreeze. Man.
How?
Yeah.
Injected them?
No, it's always through baking.
Yeah.
There's so much
No
killing
way.
through baking on Dateline. It's just like over the course of 6 months, Marie kept putting the antifreeze into his smoothies.
Yeah.
And then one day Bob hit the dirt.
No way.
Yeah, it's fucking rad.
But they always find out.
terrible, but
They
I
always
love it.
find out.
Is that the Chris
Huh?
Matthews one? No.
It's not Chris Matthews. It's the other dude.
What's his name?
Chris
That's
Matthews.
to
is-
catch a
No,
To Catch a
it's
Predator.
The older guy. He's
Holt.
always
Shit's too
standing.
dark
Lester
for
Holt.
Yeah, yeah.
Lester
It's
Holt.
too real. You like trick them into coming to their
I don't
house
know
and they're
how
all
they got him
stoked.
on there because at one
Oh.
point he was just a regular
Yeah,
news
they're all
guy.
like-
You're like
and then
100
someone was like,
And
He's
then
like
just
100 years old, right?
Shame.
yes, yeah. No, it's not Lester Holt. I'm getting it wrong, but whoever it is, it's
Yeah.
that guy.
The
I know who
Dateline
you
guy?
mean, the old guy.
Is it
Yeah.
the guy whose son was murdered?
No, that's
No, that's Most Wanted.
Oh, that's
that
America.
one.
Ah, see, I used to love that one too.
Yeah.
America's Most Wanted. was
And
good.
Cops, like, just be honest. When
Dude,
Cops
I
came
love
out,
Cops.
when Cops came out, I watched nothing other than that on.
Do you guys know anyone who's been on Cops?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Do we know
Really?
the girl?
No, I know, dude. It was on there twice.
Really?
No
Yeah.
way.
Twice.
The Hollywood.
What do you do?
No, high speed chase, and then the first one, and then the second one. I think it was I don't know. It wasn't a shootout, but it was all shit in the valley. He was like a valley dude. He was a valley tagger fool who then ended up getting. But the second time he got busted, went up to fire camp, got busted, went up, and then went to fire camp and got his fucking arm chopped off. By one of well, they were like instructing him, like showing him how to use the axes and shit.
Accidentally?
Oh.
Accidentally. It was accident.
That's fucking.
Fuck, I hope he ain't listening to this shit. Yeah.
No, I know a girl who was on it, and we were trying to. You know her. Actually, I think you know her too, because she was out in Pasadena. But I don't want to.
She
say
was
her
on
name
Cops?
till- Yeah,
That's funny. Do they still have Cops?
I think they still make it. I don't know.
They have like a live version now.
Oh yeah,
Really?
The early version of
Body
Cops
cam.
was so much more
Yeah, it's
spirited
live.
and upbeat. It started to get pretty. They just started being like, we got to push it. We got to push it. We got to get darker and darker. And then for a while, it felt to me, listen, I know the arc of the show Cops because I am a fucking idiot. But I loved it. And in the beginning, it was a lot more running into houses and like breaking down doors. Like they were trying to do that. And then they were like, boy, there's not a lot of that happening. A lot of this is just more like people trying to talk themselves out of DUIs. You know what I mean? I don't like the husband on the white, that whole thing. Like, I can't. That was the one thing on Cops I
Wait,
couldn't
what?
do. When the cops show up and it's like there's some sort of marital dispute and there's kids and they're like,
That's where the term white beater came from.
I can't.
Remember?
Is it?
From because every time
Yeah.
someone was arrested in Cops with
Yeah.
domestic violence,
Yeah.
they had a slingshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would
started
have
calling them
tank tops.
wife
Yeah,
beater.
wife beaters. Yeah. They would be like, well, she, it was always just that part always bummed me out. But like just cops chasing like people through backyards and neighborhoods and shit and dogs. I was like, that's fucking fun.
You know,
stuff.
I like Cops now today. I got to put that out there.
Yeah.
Because they're actually just doing their job.
Yeah.
That's where
Some
I
of
came.
them.
That's where I got in my sobriety. Like, you know what? They were just doing their job. If I would have just surrendered, it probably would have been less drama.
Yeah. They get shot 5 times. Yeah. Can't argue with you there,
But I
baby.
can't regret that, because if I regret that, then I'm gonna get upset and
Yeah.
I'll be miserable.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, they did what they did, I did what they did, and we're even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're even. But I know a couple of cops who are good people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're actually real nice people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and at the end of the day, they're fucking people, you know, and none of us are fucking perfect, and it's like everybody has their flaws, I had the realization when I was getting off of Like right when because I got off probation right when I had around 3 years sober, you know, and I had to go down and I had to like whatever. I had like I had to pay off court fees for some like way old shit, and I went down there and you know, like you didn't. I don't know if I've talked about this. Like, you know, the public defenders about how, you know, when you're busted and you're like, man, fucking public pretender again. This motherfucker he ain't gonna do shit for me, you know. And I went down there to like, cause my mom wanted to plan it. Like we planned a trip to go on a cruise of like the Baltic Sea, but I needed to get my passport, and to do that and to get the clearance, I needed to get off like to close off all my shit. And I went down there and I went to the public defender's office, or I go down there and I get my fucking record printed, you know. And it's funny because the other day I just had to like pull it up again because I'm trying to get clearance to speak at juvenile facilities, you know, to go on panels there. And it's like a fucking, you know, like they might as well have this thing in like a 3-ring binder, you know. It's a fucking hell of a record. Even the dude that clears you looked at it, he goes, is this all copies of the same thing? And I'm like, no, each one of those is a different fucking, he goes, oh fuck, you know, different courthouse, different like sorted by courthouses, cases from that courthouse, you know, and you name it, all of them, fucking airport, you know, the LAX courthouse, East, all of, you know, and I go down there and I get the printout and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this. They're like, oh, go up to the public defender's office. They'll help you. And I'm like, fuck, great. Here we go. You know, and I go up there and they're like, oh, we can't help you because we didn't represent you and all these. Go up to the alternate public defender. I was like, fuck the alternate. Like these motherfuckers are just going to keep sending me on a loop, you know, and I get up there and they look at it and they go, hey, did you pay all your court fees? I go, yeah. And they're like, are you off? Did you finish the? I'm like, yeah, I fucking finished the probation, you know, which is crazy because I never, ever, you know, I'd always get busted.
Finished anything?
Yeah, never. Yeah, fuck. Anything, you know, unless it was a sack, you know. And yeah, and I went up there and they were like, hey, we don't, you know, they looked at it and they were like, hey, give us a second, you know. And you know when they tell you, give us a second, you're in my head, I'm like, oh, they're about to bust me for some shit that I didn't know about, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they come back out and they go, hey, we're going to have the supervisor come and talk to you. And I was like, fuck, this is getting bad, you know. I'm all like looking at, like, where's the exit? You know, how do I get out of here? And the dude comes out and he's like, hey, we don't usually do this, you know, because I had to go to every single courthouse to seal your shit. You got to go to every single courthouse. And it was like, it was a lot of them. I didn't have a car at the time, you know. I was like, fuck, this is going to be a lot of work, you know. Or I guess I did have a car, but it was still a lot of driving and fuck, a lot of work to go do this. And they're like, we don't usually do this, but we're going to help you out. And like, if you give us power of attorney, we're going to go to all these courthouses and we'll go take care of it for you.
No
you know?
way.
And like, didn't ask, there's no money involved or anything, you know? And I had this fucking weird moment where it was like, I realized that my entire life, I'd like, from the first charge I caught when I like, the first like real charge I caught, I think I was like 18 in 1 month, you know? And we got caught for like being fucking drunk in public and vandalizing, you know? And ever since that day, I was like, these fucking bitch ass cops and the fucking public pretenders and all these motherfuckers, you know? And I was like, well, I was the one that was fucking being a little scumbag kid doing all this really dumb shit, like fucking up other people's property, stealing, doing all this shit, you know? And then these guys are going to go out of their fucking way to actually help me because they see that I'm making a change and I'm actually doing something, like that I'm trying, you know. And I like, fuck, I teared up and shit. I was in there. I was like, fuck, I hope none of the homies see me. You know? I'm like, fuck, and I had this like fucking weird, cool moment where I was like, these people are fucking here to like honestly help. And that's what, you know, and like, but in my mind, I made them out for so many years, you know, like to be the worst fucking motherfuckers, you know? Yeah. I've had to make amends to fucking, to a loss prevention fucking officer that I used to fuck with.
Speaking of which, you know, they told me I got to make amends to Kaiser, and I was like, how do I make? Funny story. I get sober. I want nothing to do with Kaiser. Fuck Kaiser. You know? No, I'm not gonna. You're never gonna catch me dead in Kaiser ever. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
I just love the anger towards Kaiser. It's so good.
My wife works for Kaiser.
Right now. No way.
My son was born at Kaiser.
No way.
Where I got shot.
Oh.
No way.
I got Kaiser insurance. I go over to that Kaiser, you know, when I'm really sick or something. I just sit there, you know, and it's like, these people don't know. These people don't know, you know what I mean? Because, so my amends to them is basically not fucking up no more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because how you make amends to everyone that was involved in there, if they're listening, I make amends to you now. I apologize, you know what I mean? Because that's the whole system, you know what I mean? And it's funny because, you know, like I said, I made amends to some cops, but not all of them because I don't know where they at, you know. So I live and I learn, and whatever I come across, I make my amends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, there's a couple of cops that follow me on Instagram.
No
No.
way.
Yeah.
What a turnaround.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Because I'm not preaching violence or anything.
Yeah.
It's all about changing your life, living life better. It's just
And I gotta be honest, and I may be talking out of my ass, so just correct me if it's the truth. But I've known a fair amount of cops, and I've known a fair amount of criminals, and I mean, certainly doing that Crime Town thing showed me, there is a mindset, there's like a bat. He almost tried to hug me. There is a mindset that travels not far from the other, in life with cops and people who are wilding, and I don't know what it is. It's an interesting simpatico that seems to be absolutely at odds and markedly at odds, obviously at key crucial times, like when they're taking you to jail or when they're arresting you and stopping you from wilding. But I don't know. I would have to say that the vast majority of the cops that I've met and hung out with and gone out and drank with and actually talked to and closed bars and talked to them had more in common with folks that I knew who had trouble figuring out where the line was. I think you live in that. There's a personality that's I want to get into that thing. It's about human nature. Or it's about whatever the fuck it is about. But there's some kind of a similarity there. I don't know if that makes sense.
Similarity between cops and who?
And criminals.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And criminals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
it's a thin line.
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
There
There's a
was
lot of
there
these
was
motherfuckers.
Rampart.
well,
To be
yeah.
honest, Rampart was,
Fucked up.
what I mean, because some of them did work for Death Row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My good friend, rest in peace, Robin. His dad was a cop, and he used to be a security guard at Death Row. So he used to tell us all the stories, right?
Yeah.
Because they had cops on their
Payroll, yeah.
payroll. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And some of them were.
Dude, and cops retire and go. I had friends who retired from the police force, went and were I'm running security at oh, where are you running security? Strip clubs. Oh, okay, really? That's interesting. What happens there? There's no money that comes through those places, are there? Oh yeah, I'm running security where? Oh, at the track. Oh, at the Greyhound track. Oh, da da da. Those worlds travel next to each other, and
Yeah.
My cousin's a cop. They try to use them against me.
Oh yeah.
Because I was gangbanging and acting stupid, and one day I come home from school and he's waiting for me. Let's go for a ride. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then he showed me around the neighborhood, this is what you're gonna get yourself into if you don't change your ways,
Right.
blah blah blah. The preaching, right? And then he just dropped me off and went on his way.
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't listen.
Yeah. I've been arrested a lot of times, and only one time was I innocent. And it was just straight up it was a couple of these Newport Beach cops who were kind of notorious for being liars and shit, but they just made some shit up because I had a mohawk and arrested me.
You had a mohawk?
Yeah. But that's the only. That's it. I mean, but they literally, because they had the conversation in front of these girls next door that they were arresting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was your mohawk, was it a short mohawk? Was it a high mohawk? Did you do the deal? Did you put the glue or whatever the hell the
I've had the
paste
long
is?
ones, but I didn't ever put the Knox gelatin. Maybe once or twice, not often.
Did it have color?
I think it was just. I don't think it was. I bleached it white, but not blue or red or anything.
Was it
I never had
usually
a really
more of
high
a
one.
Travis Bickle style? Down the center, Clash style down the center?
Yeah, but it wasn't pasted down like the class. It wasn't short like that.
Oh, okay.
Can you post a picture on the?
I don't know if I
Instagram?
have one. Maybe I do.
I can Photoshop. I can post a picture.
I'd like to see that.
I'd kill to have a mohawk.
I had
that'd be so much fun to have
Me
that
too.
much hair that you could have a mohawk.
I had a mohawk right when I got sober. I had a mohawk. I think I've shown you guys.
Fucking
I was
A.
missing a lot more teeth, and I had a mohawk. But the whole fine line with the cop story fucking reminded me of one. And Sasha fucking who was supposed to be here but got sick and flaked. My ex-fiance, who is also sober now, and
my best friend.
and her best friend. Yeah, they were gonna come on together, and whatever. She'll be here soon. She'll be here soon enough. There was this cop, because I did most of my running around in Hollywood, and there was this one cop, because, you know, it's like you see the same motherfuckers, like after they bust you once, they know your ass is fucking on probation. So they know, they're like, I arrested you last week. You know, like how the fuck did you get out? You know, and then they just jam you up, and they know you're going to have something on you if you're walking around fucking at 3 a.m. looking like.
Are you walking on like Hollywood Boulevard?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But, you know, yeah. Fuck yeah. And there was this one cop where there was these two cops. There was one fool that kind of was like, he was a little younger, you know, and we all knew him. I don't remember his name or anything, but we knew him because he had his gun. He had like a string on his gun, like a shoestring. You know, we're like, what the fuck is that for? Because when he would chase fools, so it wouldn't fucking move too much. You know, so he had it tied down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. To like, and he was like, if he's coming at you, like, you're not running, you know? That much, like, usually it's freeze means run. With him, like, you fuck it, you know? Like, you better throw your hands in there.
He's catching you?
Oh, he's catching everybody, you know? And he was like, and he was kind of like, you know, like, he wasn't too much of an asshole. Like, he never, like, really, you know, he would always kind of, like, talk shit and would clown us, you know? He'd be like, look at, you know, he'd like, call his homies and be like, fuck, guess who I caught again? Like, you're never going to guess what this idiot's wearing today, you know? Yeah. I mean, I wore some really bad fucking tweaker outfits and shit, you know? Yeah. You guys have seen photos. I'll show you some. Yeah, fuck. And there was one time, like, we were squatting at that place that I talked about, where we had the fake fucking rental agreement and all that.
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the cop. Like, there was like 4 of them that came to like evict us, you know, and he was one of the 2. And he goes,
Falcon
hey,
Crest.
Yeah. But he was always like and he was like, fuck. He's like, we were placing bets on who you look more like, a cracked out Johnny Depp or a cracked out what's the fuck's the dude that people always tell me I look like? James Franco, you know? And he was like, yeah. Now it's a cracked out Justin Bieber, you know? That's the new one I'm getting, you know? Which, hey, I'll take it, you know? There could be a lot worse crack, you know?
Yes, and let's pick the James Franco's brother. Because I think he's the nicer of the 2 Francos.
Cool, I'll take that one,
whoever his brother's name is.
I'll take it, yeah.
Dave
Franco, oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. James is a nice guy too. I've met him. He's great. But this he's all look, who do you think? You know, he's all clowning me. I'm sitting there in handcuffs, like fuck, you know. And one night, like he never, you know, he would always just kind of be like, all right, get the, you know, he was one of those dudes where like if there wasn't anybody else, he'd be like a get the fuck out of here kind of guy, you know. Like he was just kind of
the young cop,
cool, huh?
The young cop?
Oh. Which was weird, you know, and like if there was other cops with him, if there was like another, like if they were called, if he just caught us slipping, he'd be get the, you know, like quit, just stop fucking, just go, or he'd be like, just get the fuck out of Hollywood, like it's not that hard, you know, it's a fucking whatever, however many square miles.
Right, yeah.
And one night we were there's that CVS on on Yucca and Cahuenga. Yeah. You know, because it's open 24 hours and we would always be bouncing around apartments right there. And we walk in and we catch him slipping off duty. And it's him and another dude. And they're walking and he's all dressed in like his, you know, some like cool guy clothes. And it's like just past 2 a.m. And he's wearing a leather jacket. And he goes, hey, look who it is. You know, he's all fucking with us. And we're like, fuck. Like, we didn't know if he was doing an undercover thing. Oh, yeah. You know? We're like, fuck. And of course, we're boosting shit. Yeah. We're at CVS at 2 a.m. I got no money, you know, or if I do, it's going to drugs. And he comes up to me, and it was me and this kid, Sean. And he comes up and he goes, hey, what do you got on you? And I go, what? He goes, what the fuck are you on tonight? You know? And I was like, fuck. Like, I was like, got some shit, you know? Because whatever. Like, what? I'm not going to not tell, like, what's he going to, you know? And he goes, hey, drop some in aisle 4. And I was like, what? Yeah, and he goes, drop some in aisle 4. And I was like, fuck it, I ain't going to question it, you know? Cool, yeah. And I took a little out. I had like a teener, probably broke half of it off, put it in like a little bag and dropped it on the floor, you know, and went on my way.
No way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
That's why he was so cool. You know?
That's what I'm talking. How could it not be? You're like, okay, are there guns? Yeah, there are guns. Right? Yeah, is there money? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're going to be around a lot of money. Is there drugs? You're going to encounter a lot of drugs and like prostitutes and stuff like that, like people holding other, you know, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, there'll be a lot of that. Okay. I could take an application. like what personality type do you think goes? Like most people,
I got
are
arrested.
They hear that shit and they're like, no, fuck you. I don't want to be part of that.
I knew it was on fucking speed, and everybody thought I was crazy.
Cop on speed.
Fucking cop. That
Nick Cage.
Cop.
They call that Nicolas Cage.
Big Lupo.
No.
Yeah.
Really? Haven't I told that story? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he came, and everybody thought I was crazy, and then fucking 8 years later, it's in the news. He got busted. I'm like,
really?
I fucking told you guys. Yeah, because he was a drug cop
okay.
in like Covina, and then he started doing it. But when he arrested us, I was like, this motherfucker's high.
Well, a tweaker does recognize a tweaker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
From a mile away, you see him. I'm like,
Yeah.
word. Yeah.
Okay, so Olivia, have you ever woke up somewhere and not known how you got there?
Ooh.
It's a good
First
one.
question. Yeah. A lot. I was a blackout drinker.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was always so drunk in the morning that like I don't remember like how I got home. I don't know. I was a big Adderall snorter too. So like I was a big
Let's hear about
yeah.
it.
Ooh, but then I would mix it with drinking. When I first I'm from Boulder, so like all we did was smoke weed. Like no one did drugs. Like
Yeah.
we didn't have them. Like it was just
What about like mushrooms?
yeah,
and all that?
yeah.
But she's
But,
like, those aren't drugs.
Those are for like
Organic.
the like,
Yeah.
like
How
your-
far
your
is
parents
Boulder?
did
How
that.
far is Boulder from Aspen? Because they got some good coke there.
Yeah, that was a different scene. Yeah, so and then moved to LA. Well, I moved to Seattle and then Portland and LA really quickly.
You're like Joe Flo. You know,
I know.
That's literally
Yeah.
the story.
And then I got to LA and I all of a sudden was living with this like somewhat famous dance music group.
Mhm.
I didn't like my boyfriend was friends with them and everybody did coke. And I was like, I mean, fuck it, I'm in
Who
LA.
is it? Who is it? We'll bleep it out.
No one's
I don't know. I don't know who they're not.
good because
Are
they're
they-
bad.
All right.
But
Are they Asians?
no.
Oh.
They did a bunch of if I cared I would tell you more and you'd know them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did a bunch of cocaine and then I was running a store on Abbot Kinney and
What store?
it's not there anymore. It was across from Salt and Straw.
Oh, okay.
And I just moved to LA. You know, I'm like bald and like don't know anyone and they give me a bunch of Adderall and they're like, snort this. I'm like, sure.
Where? Oh, the band. Yeah.
No, my coworkers.
No
and then
way.
they're like, okay, here's a bunch of Jack Daniels. Because, like, Adderall doesn't make, you know, I don't want to eat. So
Yeah.
I'm just, like, stoked I don't want to eat because I'm like, I want to be, if I'm going to live in LA, like, I'm going to live in LA.
Yeah.
And
Atta girl.
and then we drank a lot. And then everybody left me. And it was, like, the big famous Abbot Kinney night where, like, everybody and their mom comes out to Abbot Kinney.
Yeah.
And I'm just by myself. Fucking hopped up on Adderall, blackout drunk, and running this store full of like 70 people just by myself.
No
I
way.
gave everybody a discount. Like I think I give
Yeah.
some shoes away from I don't know. Blackout drunk, and I had to call. I lived in Studio City, and I was like trying to drive home, and I had to call my boyfriend wasn't picking up, so I had to call his other ex-girlfriend. I'm not kidding. She was her name is Timothy.
Nice.
She's the best. And she had to come pick me up, call the owner of the store, ask him how to close the store, and I didn't know he had a video camera that had audio. So I'm just like, he loves me so much. Like he just loves me. So like he's not gonna fire me. Like he's fine. I sell so much. Like I'm just going on this fucking crazy rampage about how I'm not gonna get fired while she's like locking up for me and I'm just blackout drunk. He didn't fire me. He promoted me.
No way.
I wasn't wrong.
What?
That's great.
They fired the girl who was with
Zactamundo.
me for giving me the drugs
Yep.
and the alcohol.
Checks out.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was how it worked for me. That happened all the time. It's a miracle I'm sober. All the time. Like I was celebrating a job once. I was like, I got a new job after I left that place because I didn't like that guy. So I celebrated by going out drinking like you do. And then I came into my first day of work. And it's funny because I worked with Reno in the showroom. We used to do business with this store and I never wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Because my first day of work, I just show up and I'm so fucking hungover. I'm just white as a ghost and I just like walk in and they're talking to me and I don't respond. And I'm just like, I need a second. And I go into the break room where everybody's taking their break and I just throw up in the trash can in front of everyone and just leave.
No way.
And yeah, it's like a pretty famous store. And Reno does business with them all the time. And
I
I
know
just,
what it is. It's on La Brea?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just threw up in the break room and left. And then I got a job. No, but this is how my miracle I got sober. I go home and I'm just like, my life is over. And I get a call from somewhere else I'd interview for. And they're like, we want to hire you for more money than I was already getting. So I was like, I don't need to get sober. Like, my life's fine.
Did you go celebrate that job? Too?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I did. Of course.
That reminds me when Alexis was kicking heroin. He fucking gets a phone call from Rough Trade. Not Rough Trade. What's the one in West Hollywood? It's like a bondage and sex shop.
Not Pleasure Chest?
Pleasure Chest.
Yeah.
Pleasure chest. There
But
you
he's
go.
kicking dope, so he's up for a few days. And he gets a call, and they're like, hey, this is so-and-so from the Pleasure Chest. We got your application here? And he's like, he didn't even remember turning it in. He's like, but he's trying to kick dope, so he's like, all right. Went over there and fucking worked there for like 2 nights. Trying to just fucking, and then obviously got dope sick.
Oh, man. I was in a cop car
One
once.
second for the airplane.
Ooh, the suspense.
We're in a cop car.
Oh, I was in a cop car once. It was Boulder in the middle of winter. So 20 to 30 degrees. But, like, you still have to look cute when you go out. So I was wearing a mini skirt and, like, cowboy boots. And that's it. And I had lost everything. I'd lost the back of my, first I lost the back of my phone, and then I lost the battery of my phone, and then I lost the front of my phone. So they're all in different places in the city. So I'm never going to find it. I lost everything except my keys, and I'm walking by myself. Like, my stepbrother had been taken away with an ambulance for, like, slipping on ice and cracking his head. And I'm just by myself walking around Denver on ice in these little cowboy boots, no jacket, and a cop drives by and just, like, picks me up and, like, takes me home. But I couldn't find my wallet. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I called around, somehow figured out it was in the cop car, and I had to go to the police station. And as I think a deterrent, they say, if you're here to pick up a lost item or register as a sex offender, please sit in this lobby. So, like, I had to sit in the same lobby.
No way.
Yeah, in Denver, that's true. So I'm
No
just like,
way.
had to wait for my wallet sitting in this lobby where it's like, here, register as a sex offender or pick up, your lost items. So
Oh my God.
that was the only time I was in a cop car.
And who was in that room? Were there any sex offenders in there?
I mean, there were people. They were either, picking up a
One
lost
or
item
the
or
other.
registering
One
as
or
a
the
sex
other,
offender.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Gnarly.
not the latter of the
Yeah,
two.
I mean, talk
I mean,
about
they probably thought the same thing about me. They're like, I wonder if she lost something or just registering as
No,
a
they didn't.
You never know.
You never know. Yeah.
Never know. You don't. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get shot in a hospital, but
Yet. Yeah.
Oh,
free
wait. PCP.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
not forget.
Peter, have you ever smoked PCP?
Once. It was like a lovely. You ever have a lovely?
No.
It's weed dip in PCP.
They call that a lovely?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great fucking name.
Was it
for
a good or a
something.
bad experience?
It was like weird
Yeah.
because everyone that was getting high was holding hands
Uh-huh.
and they were walking like in a train. I thought I was weird. Like, why are they doing that? You know what I mean? So I tried it, and then I think I just zoned out.
Oh, really?
I think everyone has a different high from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hate it. He loves it.
I love it.
You
Yeah,
love
I
it?
smoked a lot of
I
it.
hate
Yeah.
it. Have you never
No.
smoked it, have you? It's terrible.
Sasha was around. Sasha
I
will
can't
have some
wait.
PCP stories.
I'm
Fuck.
showing up for Sasha's.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to.
PCP.
Have you ever seen a ghost, Pete?
What times? When I was sober or when I was high?
One of each.
When I was high, I
yeah,
saw
one
a
of
lot
each,
of
yeah, give
them.
us
You know
one
what I
of
mean?
each.
Like, fuck. But yeah, man, I seen some shit, man. Sober, man. That was fucking tripped me out. When I was working in this treatment, it was haunted. No one believed me. Everyone thought I was still tweaking.
I believed you.
You know what I mean? And what happens is there was a certain area where you walk, because I started working at this graveyard, and every time I walk, you just feel this presence. You know how you feel the presence? Your hairs stand up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
You know, like what the hell? And like it's right. I feel it right behind me, and as soon as I pass the doorway, it stops. So finally, after working graveyard for 2 years, I finally confronted it. You know what I mean? What do you want?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Leave me the fuck alone. I compile, the power of Christ compels you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then it stopped messing with me. And then I eventually started working days. And then clients used to say they felt a presence, right?
Yeah.
And I seen her. I say her because it was a her. And the way I could describe her was she was like, I don't want to say fat.
Is what it is, brother.
Well, she seemed like she was overweighted.
Yeah.
Kind of big, and she had like a white gown. So I seen her in the corner, but there used to be a pool table,
Yeah.
right? So whatever. I believe in spirits. I believe in angels. I believe in demons. But the clients used to say, it's funny because the clients used to see something.
Yeah.
And I used to tell them, describe it to me. And I know if they're full of shit or not.
Yeah.
And they used to describe a child or something now. But then, occasionally I see someone, it was a fat lady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said, oh, yeah, that's probably it. And it's funny because she only messed with the ones that were fuck-ups.
Oh, really?
When there were fuck-ups in treatment, right? Like, I can't sleep. Something keeps grabbing my leg, But she let the ones that are trying to do good alone.
Really?
I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a trip.
And it was funny because I became lead tech. So I was supervising the techs. And then one, like 12:30 at night, this girl calls me. You need to find me a relief.
Uh-huh.
I go, why? Because I heard a scream. I need to get out of here. I said, all right, calm down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got someone to cover her. And sure enough, I went to the cameras to go see if she was telling the truth. And you could see her in the cameras that she's looking at the computer and she turns around. She gets up and runs, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, she was telling the truth.
Yeah, I thought you put something on Facebook.
I
that
do.
was like a video.
There is
Yeah.
a video. I have
Yeah.
a video of my coworker at that time videotape it.
Mhm.
It's like a shadow. You can see the shadow, which I thought it was fun.
I remember that. Yeah.
That scared me.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, and the shadow is where you would walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where I was.
Oh man.
So that just see, I'm getting
Man.
goosebumps. That just confirmed it. You know what I mean? Because know what? He was videotaped. The camera was flicking, right?
Yeah.
He was flicking the shit. So he was recording that. It's like, you ain't lying, Peter. Look, poltergeist. But in the other camera, you just see a shadow.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold up. Did you see what you record? And
Yeah.
he's like, oh fuck. And because he was recording the light, but he didn't see the shadow.
Yeah.
So I got it on me somewhere.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
No, I was a ghost.
Give us when you saw when you were on drugs, Peter.
What happened?
When you thought you saw a ghost on drugs or the devil or anything.
Oh man, funny story. All right, when I started getting high, really high, I used to hang out with this girl, and this girl, she was someone I went to for safety.
Yeah.
She had kids, right? And she used to live in Newhall. So every time I freaked out, she'd come get me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she come get me, and then it was upstairs in Newhall, and then she had kids. There used to be kids' clothes laying around, right? So I was tripping one day. I was looking outside the back patio, and I thought I saw a clown. I was tripping, right? I go, I see a fucking clown. She goes, calm down, you're just tripping. So I went to the doorway. I was looking down the stairs, and I see something forming to the kids' clothes, right? And it was coming towards me. So I ran into the back. I had knives at this time, right? I was like,
Yeah.
you ain't gonna get me, right? I thought I was tripping. And then she came. She goes, you need to calm down. Don't look at them. She said that. Don't look at them. What do you mean, don't look at them? What does that mean? You know what I mean? Because if you keep looking at them, they're gonna keep messing with you. And she's sober,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. So I was testing her out. I pointed at the wall where I didn't see anything. I go, you see that? She goes, no. And then I saw something at this wall. I go, you see that? She goes, yeah, but don't look at them. It freaked me the fuck out. I ran from that house, man.
Yeah.
Years later, right? She ends up using it, partying with my homeboy. We're at this house. I just got out of prison. They're just talking. They're all getting high. And out of nowhere, I go, you're a fucking witch.
Uh-huh.
Like like the needle scratch.
Yeah.
Did you just call her a bitch? I go,
Yeah.
no, she's a fucking witch. Right? She grabs me and she pulls me to the side and she goes, yeah, I am. And I go, so that shit I saw that time at their house was real? She goes, yeah. But they're there to protect my kids. That fucking freaked me out, dude.
No way.
That fucking freaked me out. I swear. I promise you, man.
Fuck, I believe it.
They're there to protect her kids.
Yeah.
The clown?
Was she like Salvadorian?
Spirits. No, she was this white girl.
White chick?
That practiced witchcraft.
Man.
Yeah,
It
that shit out
happens.
there, man. That shit fucked me up, dude.
Yeah.
Fucked me up. I wanted her to say, no, of
Yeah.
course, you're the same thing. She fucking said, yeah.
Yeah.
That fucked me up, dude. Because my friends that used to party with her and her other friend said that one day they were because he used to have a studio making music. And one day they were doing lines, and this girl's face transformed, and that freaked them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said,
The
I
same
told you.
girl?
Yeah, her and her friend. I said, damn, man, that shit's crazy, dude.
Yeah, fuck that.
You don't know what's out there.
She transformed that person?
Yeah, and half her face transferred to another face.
Fuck that.
But see, you're not gonna believe us because we're tweakers.
Not into that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're just seeing spirits.
Yeah.
Nah, I saw that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I mean?
they're seeing stuff and then they're seeing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You know.
Oof.
Fuck.
But you see, I becoming like I'm in tune to the spirit world because you know, like there was besides getting shot, I was in a car accident where my fiance and best friend both died. Right? I watched them die in front of me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
No, in 1996, I was in a car accident and I survived.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I think I was 21. So I was driving and they were fighting. Here's the story. They were fighting. Instead of me pulling over and telling them, hey, you need to calm down, I looked at them, and as that was happening, I went around the 14 and it hit the divider. And the truck started spinning, and then I hit the brakes, which was a no-no because it fishtailed. So it went up this mountain. Instead of hitting the mountain, it went up this mountain and fell. And then the airbag hit my ear. So my head went out the window. I remember all this. I didn't black out. My head hit the window and it slided. And, you know, I was trying to pull them out. It was too late.
Fuck.
So ever since then, you know, like, I got close to God, but I hated God. You know, that type of deal. Like, man, how could you? Why would you? You know,
Yeah.
I made my peace with God, but now it's like, you know, like, I become one with the spirit universe. You know what I mean? Ever since then, I know when there's good vibes, bad vibes, good spirits, bad spirits.
Yeah.
You know, I can't really explain that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had some shit in my life that happened where I can't explain. You know, if I try to explain, it may sound like I'm still on drugs. You know, because I mean, there's times when I was one with God, right? I feel like I'm one with God, and then maybe, you know, you tell that to people today, they think you're schizophrenia,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What do you mean you hear God's voice?
Yeah.
I'm the same, man. You know, but it's like, you know, I'm walking a life right now, and my spirituality is not about being religious. It's about being connected to my higher power because I need him.
Yeah.
I live a life that was fucking crazy. I made enemies. You know what I mean? I made a lot of enemies. I didn't purposely try to make enemies, but it just happened that way.
Yeah.
So when I moved back to the hood, because I went back to the hood from Pasadena to the hood, I was scared because you know what I mean? So it brought me closer to God.
Yeah.
You know, so everything I went through, I just walked with God, you know, and like, you know, I come across other people who don't understand it. You know, well, you have to walk in my shoes to understand it.
Yeah.
I had sponsees who are atheists, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
They always try to convince me there's no
Yeah.
God, you know what I mean? And I always tell them, you can't prove to me there's no God. I have that proof.
Yeah.
You believe whatever you want. See, the sponsees I had, I don't preach God on them.
Yeah.
I tell them, you got to have a power though.
Yeah.
Because the big book says you have to have a power to restore that sanity.
Right.
Because I was insane, dude.
Yeah.
I should be walking the streets talking to myself.
Same.
Real
yeah.
talk. Real talk, because, you know, I started talking to myself in the end of my run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And answering. That's when you know you're crazy.
What was the final straw that made you end up getting sober, going to rehab or whatever the case may be?
Okay, so it was February 28th. I got tired of I felt death near. Like I just felt it. For some reason it was close. And it scared me.
Yeah.
And I remember this. I told my mom, I was like, 28 at that time. I said, will you sleep with me tonight?
Mm-hmm.
She goes, why? I'm just scared.
Yeah.
You know, 28 years old, telling the mom to sleep with them tonight because he's scared.
Yeah.
And she's okay, fine, you know. And I still didn't feel safe. And I told her, you gotta drop me off in rehab. Because for what? It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I've been there like 8 times.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because you just gotta drop me off one more time.
Yeah.
Because I'll drop you off, but I'm done. I said, go ahead, that's fine. And she dropped me off, and that was March 1st.
Was that a PRC?
PRC.
Yeah.
And I stayed, and I was tired, dude.
Yeah.
I was tired, man. I just, what do I do now?
Yeah.
You know, because
That's how I was,
they were
too.
calling me the Peter Repeater, right? I picked up this nickname, right? Because I kept getting newcomer chips. You know, that was my nickname. And finally, when I stayed, and I opened my head to the idea of having a God and having a sponsor and doing the steps, and I had to change everything. They said, I've been here ever since, man.
What year was that?
2005.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just celebrated 15 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. That's crazy for me. Like I said, and that's why I just led a meeting on Monday. Like, and my pitches, you ever hear me share, it's all about the program and about the higher power, because I should be walking in the streets talking to myself. Literally. So something restored me back. You know what I mean? Because if you read the newspaper, I've tell you what I've been through. And you look at me now. I mean, I may dress like the same person.
Yeah.
But if you look at me and you talk to me, you understand, like, well, you know, this guy has a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Because that's not me.
So you living in the valley
I
again
live
now?
in the valley.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yeah. Is there any stories you wanted to tell?
I can't top that.
One more story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
there
more.
was-
Come on.
So I paroled from prison from like getting shot by the cops. 2 days after getting parole, right?
Yeah.
2 days after being paroled, I get in the fight with the cops again.
No way.
I lit my mom's couch on fire
Yep.
with paint thinner. Because as soon as I came out, I got high. Voices came back. I said, we're all going to die. And I had paint thinner and I threw it into the couch.
Oh, on purpose.
On purpose. I lit it and then I drank it.
No way.
I drank it. We're all gonna die, right? And they call the cops. The cops come. I said, you guys ain't real cops. Here we go again, right? And they're chasing me, and then I ran into the bathroom, and then they're tasering me once again.
Yeah.
They're tasering me. And then they hog-tied me, and they brought me outside, and I'm screaming like a maniac. Mom, I'm going to kill myself. You know? Out loud so the neighbors could hear me. So I got witnesses, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to kill myself. They took me to all of you. And I stayed there for like a week.
Uh-huh.
And
Fuck.
when I was there, this is just a trippy story. When I was there was a guy next to me who kept saying Our Father.
Yeah.
He kept saying it repeatedly.
The prayer. Yeah.
And I was like, this guy's weird, right? Yeah. But here I am, dragged by cops. This guy's weird. Yeah. And then why does he keep saying it? It's freaking me out. And I saw this like spirit, dude, floating around, right? And I'm like, where is he going? And I'm like, I'm tripping.
His spirit?
A spirit, just
Yeah.
a spirit. And it's coming towards me. And I go, is this why this guy is saying this prayer over and over?
Yeah.
And I got up, right? Because that's what I do. I
Yeah.
freak out, I panic, and I'm about to run out.
Uh-huh.
But I'm trapped. You know? And they give me medication and knock me out. I got many of those, I'm telling you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait for my dad to hear this. Hi, Dad.
I'm still scared to tell my mom that I've like almost been like, oh, like mom's like, what are you gonna do tonight? I was like, oh, go hang out with some friends, you know?
Really?
Because I put her through enough shit, you know? I told my big sister listens to this. I've told my little brother, but he's like, oh, I'll get around to it someday, you know? As a precautionary tale. You could listen to some what not to do, you know?
My mom and I ask all the time. I'm like, it ain't. You know, you don't even.
Yeah.
If she wants to, fine. But it's like you don't want to hear it. It's just like Pete's mom don't want to hear him talking about fucking getting shot by the cops.
Yeah.
My mom would turn me in. A funny story. It was years before all this shit happened. I was fighting with the neighbor across the street. My friend had a gun. And I tried to convince him not to beat up my neighbor, you know, like, hey, fool, you're acting stupid, you're drunk, let's go. And as I was pushing, they seen the gun on him. He goes, I'm going to call the cops on you guys. And, you know, I go, come on, fool. And then we walked down the street to our other friends. And I called this guy in voicemail. I said, listen, man, you better not fucking press charges. I'll fucking fuck you up. I'll kill you, right?
Uh-huh.
That's what I said. I go, you know who this is, right? So my mom comes, like, you better not come. The cops are right there. So, okay, I'll just hide out for like a week. So she goes to the police station, right? And they're like, they played his voicemail for her. Like, do you recognize his voice? Yeah, that's my son.
No. No way.
Yeah.
They get charged with terrorist threats.
They gave me a warning, you know.
Wow.
But my mom will turn me in, man. You know,
Man.
God bless her.
Yeah. I had a similar one. I was like, I was dating this girl and we broke up. This is, doing speed and shit. And then, of course, I'd left like my power tools at her house. Like, or I could fucking, not like I could fix anything.
Yeah.
But I could solve on something. I'm like, I get my shit. But, we just broke up. So he just, I called there and it was kind of, and I was like, hey, I'm going to come get my shit. Well, somebody else is on another phone. He goes, fuck you, motherfucker. Some dude. And I'm like, fuck you, and we're going back. He hangs up or whatever, but I'm all flaming, so I call back. I don't know how much later. We get into it again, and I'm like, and it was her friend's boyfriend. And I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. But I'm on speed, so, I'm like, I'm on my way over there. But, when you're on speed, it takes you fucking 3 hours. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going 4 miles.
Plus, you'd have to stop to look at a couple of bikes.
Yeah.
You would right look at some in drawers.
Yeah, make sure I have all the shit in my
Hurry
pocket.
to go nowhere.
Yeah. And eventually, like, I get over there as I pull in the driveway with my friend Joel. Right as I step out of the car, a cop car pulls in behind us. And I tell Joel, I'm like, run! I take off and they're chasing me. And Joel just was able to walk away because it was just one cop in the car and they chased me and I'm against the wall. Have I told this already? I hope not. But I like where the garage kind of sticks out from the house. I like brake and I'm standing up against the garage and I see it was a girl cop. I see her run past. And there's a dude behind her, and it's that dude. I didn't know what he looked like, but he's like, there he is. She was gone. She passed. And he's like, there he is. I'm like, fuck. And I had a half ounce of speed in my pocket. I think I've told this part, but I hit the deck, and I'm leaning on the pocket. I'm wearing, like, Dickie shorts, but I'm like, I'm fucked. It was like a big chunk. I've told this, right? Yeah. And I'm leaning on the pocket. They search me, and they take me in. And what had happened was, with the second time I called, they had already called the cops, and they came, and they literally listened to me threaten him on the phone.
And what CDC number did you have?
H88614.
They're on double now.
Yeah, like double J or
AV
something.
or something.
Yeah. All right, we good?
Yeah, thank you guys.
Dude, thanks,
much.
Peter.
Thanks, everybody.
Peter.
Thanks, Olivia.
That was
Thank you,
great.
guys.
Yeah, fun time.
This is going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Like and
to y'all at
subscribe.
home. Follow us on the Instagram at It Is All Bad. Watch us on YouTube. You can comment. Let us know what you think.
Is there an
I know I'm
email?
wearing the same sweater 3 episodes straight. What up?
It's a good
Boys
sweater.
of Summer. Yeah, it's great.
Boys of Summer.
Boys of Summer. Represent.
What
Gotta rep the
is there an
homies.
email?
Yeah.
What's the email?
It is all bad podcast.
Holy shit.
All right.
It is all bad podcast at gmail.com. I didn't know you could make an email that long. Fuck, Charlie.
But if you want to reach out and you're interested in being on the show, let us know. Reach out and we will always get back to you.
Thanks.
It is all bad podcast at gmail.com.
gmail.com. Fuck. It's a mouthful.
It is all bad podcast at gmail.com.
It's taken?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was taken.
Bummer.
I
Wait,
know.
It's All Bad podcast was taken?
No, don't confuse people.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlie, now you got to cut that
I
shit
know.
out. Yeah, thanks.
Sorry.
The Jazz and Thunder players are currently quarantined in the OKC arena.
What?
Wait, in the arena?
Yeah, because Rudy Gobert tested positive.
Do they just live there now?
I don't believe any of this shit.
All right.
Did you